Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
How are you all doing tonight? I hope you're well. How about y'all in the VC right now? How's your day been?
Pretty alright. And y'all's?
This
Yeah,
good. Just had dinner, hence why I asked for
Nice.
a bit of
nice.
time.
Yeah, I've been doing all right. All right, let's continue. The final day. Let's see where we were last time. I guess we should also decide who's taking what characters. I'll be I'll stay on
Yeah.
Phoenix and also what was her name?
Maya or Emma?
Maya?
Emma, yeah,
Oh, Emma. Yeah,
and
right, Emma.
Yeah.
and her sister, yeah. I think Saffron, do you wanna
Mhm.
do you wanna play Edgeworth?
Yeah. I could tackle probably Edgeworth or Gant. I don't know if Wolfy's feeling like I think either would be particularly good.
Yeah, for me, I don't mind.
Guess
Just
we can look at the
because I actually
characters and
don't
decide
remember
from there,
what
I think.
characters appear in here beside these ones.
Uh, yeah. Gant's the dude with the orange suit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
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 police
big guy.
chief.
Yeah, Mr. Orange.
Yeah. This is the defendant lobby, all right. But there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if...
It almost seems as if you left her in that creepy police chief's office like yesterday afternoon.
Dang. Also a
I
mystery
mean,
character.
Uh, I
Hmm.
think this might be Edgeworth.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that the main the biggest character the biggest two characters would be Edgeworth and Gant, so it would probably be good uh if Wolfie took one and I took another
Sure.
the other, I
Mm-hmm.
mean.
So I'm good to begin.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I think this is Edgeworth. Something's been happening
Might
behind the
be.
scenes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Edgeworth.
Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is, that is.
Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out.
You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
True. Not yet.
In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, Wright, and Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty.
But she didn't do it!
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say.
This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her.
The truth?
Everything goes back to the SL9 incident.
Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past.
That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened.
I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright.
This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hope you're
Hello.
doing well. Yes, that would be me. I'm the Zigzagoon you see on the screen.
Get her.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh.
who should voice the judge?
Oh yeah, we forgot the judge.
Yeah. He's just forgettable like that.
I can try voicing the judge.
Okay. Well, I think you'll have a fair number of characters coming ahead, so...
Okay, let me try a thing here.
Okay.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Normally, this is where the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Chief Gant.
Morning, folks. How is everyone doing? Hey, Aji. Back to the pool yet?
I can't get over how he just fades in.
Sorry, I got it a bit away from the mic.
Fades in, stares at you for 20 seconds, asks if you've been to the pool. Refuses to elaborate.
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. Sorry, I cracked a bit.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours?
Lana, this has to say, the defendant has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel like she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
What's this all about, defendant?
I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Well then, what is your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there is no further need to continue this trial. Even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
Oh, this can't be happening.
It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant
One moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature.
Oh, sorry. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. Why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut? Hmm?
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
What?
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Some kind of deal? Hmm? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh? To whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony.
Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue.
I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That is okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you live to regret this. Mark my words.
Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand.
Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma. Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lila's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dock of the Joe Dock killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the mother of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant?
Yes, it most certainly is.
Well, okay then.
he sure gave in fast.
Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago.
The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial.
The judge has no spine at all.
I mean, he got 2 entire text boxes, which is better than usual for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't be any worse than what happened with Von Karma.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. A man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That is understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor.
You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Alright. Let's see. It's that day. Let's check this one. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes. She was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister? She was the best detective ever!
Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair.
I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. And this one next. Oh,
Yep.
man. Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
Joe Dog was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dog proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Neil Marshall rescued me. What was the prosecutor doing there?
That day, there were 2 people present during Dog's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Almost forgot about Gant.
How?
Yeah, how?
Yeah, how? How the hell?
Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assumed that would be why he was the first to run after Dark.
When Dark grabbed me,
Darky. How the hell do I say this name?
And it's
I-
just dark, I think. The E is silent.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's like a thing where it would be pronounced in the original Japanese or anything, because I think it was just I think the original Japanese name was kind of the equivalent of just sounding so generic and yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
when Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in?
I don't clearly remember what happened then. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant.
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
the lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on. Lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out?
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right. But just then, lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash was an unforgettable image of a scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective? Just like that.
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman. The victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago.
Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw.
Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
Picture. Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
I'll ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost.
You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right?
Yes. I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes.
That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died. Yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken.
But I did draw it! I swear! I'm not just imagining it.
Hey, pass.
Hello.
Hey, pass.
Stream's going alright. I hope you are also doing well. This picture that Emma drew. That reminds me. I
guess I should check the evidence again.
Well, anyway, let's continue.
There's...
This scene that imprinted an image in your mind. Can you please describe it to us?
A man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. That must have been a real shock. Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as clearly.
Tell us. What were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Doc was holding you hostage.
When lightning struck and the lights went out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the two began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them. Emma doesn't have any reason to lie. But Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can. Alright, let's see.
Alright, so... Yeah, it has to be this statement.
Yeah, and I remember one of these has that drawing on it. Let's see.
Confront her with her old art.
Oh! Yeah.
Some cloth. Some evidence room for... Let's see, it was one of those, right?
Maybe it's the other photo? Yeah, this one.
Let's take a look at
No,
it.
it doesn't look like it.
It's not that one.
No, can't flip that one turn ways.
Oh wait, was it? I think it was this.
Oh! the
Yeah,
back.
there it is. Yeah.
Suck at Edgeworth, it was on the list of evidence.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Alright. I will present this. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence?
Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy! All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
That may well be. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident?
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over. Turn it... What is this? Oh my gosh.
Yes, what is that?
Hey! That's it! That's the picture I drew.
Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Me?
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Huh? These lists, they're different from each other.
What?
Would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here, where they were torn apart from each other.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago. Only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What?
Order! Order! But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor.
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
Oh yeah. Yes, that is quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth?
It's possible. Let's see.
How you never flipped the evidence list?
Yeah, it seems incredibly difficult to miss like that more than 50% of the page being covered in pencil.
Even that.
Yeah.
Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Phoenix on that one.
Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing!
Why you are here?
No, it all comes back to the Blue
No,
Badger.
Not you! Oh, not why?
It all comes back to the Badger.
It all comes back to the blue fricker.
The Blue Badger is the key to all of this.
That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room.
Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives.
I guess he was out of scrap paper.
Poor Gumshoe.
Oh, it's in the court record now.
Yeah,
You can't keep him out of the court record.
very well. Witness? Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
Interesting. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. Probably because I'm very stupid and don't see things. Sorry, I had to do that. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Mr. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Does it? The defense may now begins its cross-examination.
Alright, let's see. That's the statement. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodwin was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye.
Oh, Wish Cave, thank you for the raid.
Oh, hey.
Shit.
The Sonic Thunder Simisage incident? What happened?
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Let me give you a shout out. Yeah, how was your stream, Wish?
Oh, hey, Kobis.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome in, Wish. Welcome in, Kobus. Welcome in, Summer.
And Summer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hope you are all doing well. How was your stream, Wish? Tell us more about this
Black and
Sonic
white.
Thunder Simisage incident.
2 or 3 days later. The memory should still have been fresh in her mind.
I don't count on that.
Oh, he's pondering that the Blue Badger traveled through time to appear at the scene of a murder.
Yeah. It's always that damn thing.
It all comes back to the blue bastard. Alright, go ahead.
Excuse me, witness. Can you please tell us why this picture is painted out in all black? No, there's no wind in it. I just thought it would be good net.
She saw her red door.
The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue?
So, thank you for the slug, Summer. Hope Ace Attorney is acing. I don't have any idea what's going on, but get
Slug
slugged.
is back, yay!
Hell
We've
yeah.
been slugged.
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Sonic hopped on VC and decided to continue with his Pokemon White monotype run, and then got axed to near death by Charon immediately. I see.
Oh gosh.
This is what happens when you're in the vicinity of Wish Cave.
Oof.
Dang.
Yikes.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt.
What happened after the lightning flash?
After that, I must have fainted.
You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further?
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course! This is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives?
Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright?
No, no, of course not. I better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this
How
picture.
can you
before-
take away a salary of someone that apparently has none?
He
Yeah.
does the gumshoe all the time.
Yeah.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So, I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet... there's clearly a contradiction here. Right,
Okay. So time to mash our brains together to think this.
Right, so... it's gotta be this statement. Let's head over to the court record and see what we got.
It's pure black. How the hell can you tell if it's not the opposite?
I don't
Yeah,
know what this...
Oh,
This one is a rough one.
Yeah. Clear handprint on the leather cloth. Print belongs to Emma. Okay. Yeah, this... okay, so this doesn't come into play just yet.
No.
yeah, probably not.
This... Well, the other half of the picture doesn't exactly help either.
Yeah, maybe.
So what else do we have then? Neil's autopsy report. Stabbed in the back. Died from punctured heart and lung.
Wait, in the back?
In the back, yeah.
In the
They do they look like in the back? The picture?
No, not really. So, I think that's the contradiction then.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna... yeah, let's present this and see what happens.
Yep, apparently it was that.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. Because I can apparently notice it. Oh, sorry I lost that dialogue there, but oh well.
Right. Instead, yeah. I think it was... let's see, it's gotta be this part then.
No, it's not.
left.
I think it's, this part here?
Hmm? I don't see what's so wrong, what's so strange about that.
That's because the drawing stinks!
Oh, poor
Jesus
Emma.
Christ, right.
Wow.
Mr. Wright, how could you?
Wow, right. Wow.
The act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty.
And I agree with that word on that.
I guess he means I shouldn't shift the blame to others.
Yes, well, so long as the defense has learned his lesson.
better take another look at that autopsy report and this picture.
Mr. Wright. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report?
Alright, well, we can't look at it again.
Could it be?
So,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
well, stabbed in the back. This... have to point out the face, maybe? Well, that...
I think we were too close to the face before, but yeah.
I think we were right here. We were just a little bit off.
Yeah.
That may have been the issue.
Yeah, like I said, this one is rough.
Yeah. Let's see. What can we do here then? Yeah, I'm trying to find out where exactly to point to.
Maybe to the hand? Holding the other one? No, we were too close for that one.
The hand holding... No. Can't be the hand holding the knife.
Yeah, near the head.
The head?
Yeah, on the one that's kneeling.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
think
we
it has to be something around this.
did some creature mention hand holding.
You hand holding. How dare you? This is a Christian stream.
That was the real crime depicted in this image.
Let's see here. Well, we can try this this spot just to eliminate any doubt. How many chances do we have left?
Like
That's
4, I think.
probably 4.
Probably 4. Okay. Let's see if
This is the start of the case, so
yeah. Let's try here.
oh,
No, it's
Nope.
not.
Insulted the wrong again.
Yeah. Well, we can save right here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it would be worth it to look through the autopsy report while you
Yeah.
have the chance to open the court record just to see if anything sticks out.
Yeah, let's take a look at this.
Right.
Let's see. Cause of death, single stab wound piercing heart and lung. Assessment. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in wound is missing tip. Okay, so this doesn't say anything specific about, like, where he was stabbed. Only this description says anything. Stabbed in the back. It's weird that the autopsy report leaves that out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So side note, I think that this is there's a mistranslation at this point. I can't remember which way it is. If it's the description that is wrong or the way that the other things are said, but it causes a lot more frustration earlier. Thankfully, you caught that you caught where the contradiction was because a lot of people get stuck. Like it says that Emma's testimony says that he was stabbed in the front, so a lot of players get stuck. Like immediately, just oh, the autopsy report says he was stabbed in the back, and then they get penalized, and it's like what the fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's unfortunately not one that they did not fix for the re-release.
Oof.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, if you had been going in that direction, I was just gonna come right out and say that because it's not like an unfair reason for getting it wrong.
Hmm. Okay,
But
so
yeah, so the direction, the which side he was stabbed in isn't it's not the part that's at Edisho.
hmm. All right. If that's the case, then where is the contradiction? Hmm. I, I do hope that the later games don't quite suffer from this.
Not quite as heavily.
Hmm.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, just at least not on a key piece of evidence like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then where is the contradiction in that case? If it's not where he was stabbed, then what else? What else could it be? We'll stab. Okay. If that's the case, though, then I'm not sure what else the contradiction could be.
Let's see the can we see the whole evidence tray again?
I'd have to.
Present. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't open the court record on this screen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's annoying.
Yeah. Right, I'd have to press E somewhere and then reload the save in order to view the court record again. Alright, let's try to guess where it is then. And if I get it wrong, we can go back and check. Alright. I'm just gonna throw out a complete guess and say this.
It's the Wiimote.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What?
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god!
Okay.
A complete wow.
I guess we... Okay. I need to hear the explanation for this. It was a blunt rectangle knife.
Yeah. And apparently you guessed it correctly.
I knew something had to be bothering... I knew something was bothering me about that. I didn't think that would be the...
Yeah.
Well, alright.
Your Honor, this drawing may suck, but even Emma could draw something sharp.
The contradiction, of course,
Wait,
lies
can you see
here.
the court record now?
Yeah, we can take a look. Alright, yeah, this was the murder weapon. If you're wondering what that looked like.
Oh.
Yeah.
The broken chip was found in the victim's body. So why there was a rectangle instead of being a sharp object?
That is the question.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Right. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken.
Huh?
You can't fucking see that.
Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. Apparently I do because because for me that's a rectangle.
But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was a conclusive piece of evidence to prove Joe Dark was the murderer.
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem?
It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
Ah! What is the meaning of this?
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right. But what does this mean?
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. But she was sure she remembered correctly.
But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already?
I did.
About a little something called falsified evidence?
You're treading on thin ice, Wright.
All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No. Ah!
Order! 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 Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder.
I am asking you once again to allow me to go over the events.
The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. Oh. Hello, Benjamin.
Oh. Hey, Benjamin.
He's there on the overlay.
Here.
He's here. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife.
What are the chances of there being two broken knives?
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one?
The record?
There is another.
Okay, well...
Floor.
The only other one we've seen is Edgeworth's knife.
Is it?
Is it?
I think so.
Is there any other picture or
See, evidence room floor
evidence
plans.
room floor? No, I don't think that's a thing. Next one. The rubber glove. Yeah, that is nothing. Evidence locker. Stable jar. Marshall's fingerprints. Security video.
Knife tip found in the wound. Or evidence list.
Wait.
Huh?
Can we see that picture again?
This one?
Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
interesting.
Huh. Yeah. I think I see where this is going.
Yeah.
Yep.
If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by simple observational error.
Mr. Wright,
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Right. Now we
And that
present
may
that.
as well be the reason why there is no knife in the prize anymore.
Yeah. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. Shows badge.
This is this is a picture of the awards ceremony. Ah!
Go ahead.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's the broken murder weapon.
Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding.
that's a
That-
broken knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Interesting.
Order! Order! Order!
Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife.
What a shitty award.
Actually, it's not a knife. It's supposed to be a broken lens, right?
Is it? I think it's described as a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sword that could lash lance that could pierce anything, and the shield that could withstand any blow. So when
Yeah.
put against one another, both broke.
To represent contradiction.
Yeah.
And the actual origin of the Chinese character for contradiction.
Yeah.
Yep.
When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
But that can't be.
Oh? And why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Prosecutors awarded knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh. Oh!
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here?
It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
Well,
Oh?
Wait! I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
No. No.
You can't keep him away.
oh my god.
God damn it.
Not
You
again.
cannot stop him.
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back?
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
Yeah, we covered that.
What?
What?
You drew that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time, I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Yeah, you want to compartmentalize those any memories of the Blue Badger?
Yeah. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recall, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting.
How did the blue bastard was there 2 years ago?
What's this about?
He's a timeless being.
No, please.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning. And that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
He was outside.
This is certainly most unusual.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year.
That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Yes. Okay, Lana.
Stop! Please. Don't pursue this any further.
Lana!
What is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that?
Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back.
Silence. Sorry, that was myself being bled a bit there. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
Seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter.
And here we go.
When I saw that man raise his knife,
When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark?
yes. At least, I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were shadows.
The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports.
We're
Well
hydrated.
then, you...
I will take care of that. Okay, I've hydrated.
Good, we need to do that.
Hell yeah.
I panicked and rushed toward both of them.
Why would you do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife.
But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that
And whose
dark
fault is that?
What?
when that dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person. I think I knocked away the man with the knife.
What do you mean, you think?
It all happened so fast. And I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur.
Miss Skye was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So, then, what happened next?
Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger.
Are you sure about this?
Of course. See? I even drew a picture of him here.
But
Oh.
it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally
Oh.
remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion.
I think I noticed something, but I'll keep quiet for now. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
Is it the Blue Badger in the corner of your eye?
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw a shadow.
I have a feeling I might know where this is going, but let's see. Let's see what happens first. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face, with its winning smile and all?
Winning.
It's winning something.
Yeah, apparently hatred.
That's right. But I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did.
Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was.
What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger, really?
Let's see the court record.
The Blue Badger is actually Joe Dark reincarnated.
Oh my gosh.
That explains everything.
Okay, now back to thinking.
Yeah.
What could she see that she thought it was the Blue Badger?
Hmm.
Maybe?
Well, let's see. The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright!
In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's the one that's the closest.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else that would fit the bill.
And everything else is quite small.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll present this. See where this goes.
Objection. Or that.
The mysterious blue badger was in fact this.
But that's what exactly is that?
Good question.
I
Yeah,
believe
very good question.
Yeah. I believe it's some sort of jar.
But why is it upside down?
But, Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Or viewpoint?
I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Alright, let's see.
Now I think we need to spin this.
Let's...
You ready to rotate?
With this music in the background.
Yeah.
Why it need to be this music?
To torment you for not getting it fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, we can rotate the sides too, that's right. No, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, whoops.
This isn't right. Gotta make it look more like the badger.
More!
And I hope this does not take,
All that from a
go
misclick.
ahead. Yeah.
Allow me to remind the defense its case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim.
I've gotta find just the right angle. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more. Or horizontally?
Yeah, probably at least one of those two.
Get to start again.
Come on, Mr. Wright. You can do it.
Okay, we don't get penalized for that, thankfully.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, think heck.
All right, let's see. Would it look like that?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
No, other way. Now just 180 maybe?
Okay, let's see. This is something. I think
Yeah.
the handles need to be. There's no perfect angle here, really. Really.
No, there
Lower
isn't.
maybe? I think the handles are the sides. So
Yeah, something
yeah,
like
maybe
that.
like this?
Let's try it.
Or backwards. Could be the handles up maybe?
Like this.
With the lower part a bit higher. Together with the handles? I don't know. Just throwing things.
Let's see. This is the only angle I can think of. The top part is missing though. Unless we flip
Yeah,
it like
that's
this.
why.
Yeah, you gotta account for that top part.
Gotta really.
Maybe like this then. I
Let's
thought
try
it was like this, but backward. But now it's flipped upside down.
Yeah.
It could be like this, but maybe flipped upside down then.
And when you have it that way, it has more protrusions.
Yeah,
besides
like
just
this.
three
Like this.
horns.
Yeah. Let's try it.
Maybe.
Let's try it. Nope.
Nope.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Alright, that wasn't it. Okay.
Okay, back to square zero, I guess.
Yeah. Of course, this is the one part that doesn't penalize you. You get to listen to the music
I wonder
again.
Why.
That's the real penalty.
Yeah.
Legit.
Maybe. I wonder. Real.
Yo.
Maybe a little like this?
Maybe. Yeah, I can see it like that.
It looks pretty close. Let's try presenting it. There we go.
There we go.
Yo.
Well, is this a miracle or what? Yeah, there it is. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the Blue Badger.
No! It can't be!
It always the blue bastard's fault.
Also, save so you never have to do that again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, please save that.
Good idea.
Order! Order! The defense is proving its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on that day of the crime was actually this.
Thank you,
Although
Summer.
we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains.
Mistimed.
What's your point?
What do you mean?
So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything.
Actually, Edgeworth, it changes everything.
I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, This changes everything.
Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar?
Right. The location, the murder weapon, the murderer. Okay, well, it doesn't change
Location,
the
maybe?
Well, I mean, we saw the inside of that, we saw the inside of the office, right? Where the murder took place.
Yeah.
We were there, so I don't know if it changes the location.
Yeah, 2 years later we saw.
Well, location doesn't necessarily mean just the room.
Perhaps not. Murder weapon. Well, it doesn't change the murder weapon or the murderer.
Yeah, it has to be the location.
It's gotta be. Let's see. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar.
At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright.
Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar?
Where?
The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gantz.
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself.
Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gantz's office.
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gantz's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yes.
Why would he do that? There's no reason.
Yeah.
Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason.
Do you know what the reason was, Mr. Wright?
You're gonna try the PHP shit again. Good luck, Pass.
Good luck, Pass. Hope it goes better this time.
I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
That would have to have been... Oh, hey, Katsu.
Oh shit, hey.
Oh, hello, Katsu. Oh,
Oh.
Well,
Katsu cameo.
Alas.
the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall?
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit?
The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword.
Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy.
No. Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking.
Yes. There is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room.
Another possibility.
Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless... I don't know if I can go through with this.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, what's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment,
Oh,
assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall,
Yeah, there it is.
You mean
okay.
Mr. Marshall died because of me? No!
Okay. I think she fainted.
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So it was the witness who took the victim's life. And then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. And time
What?
for you, Lana.
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances...
Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall?
Evidence?
I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead.
You certainly can't get dead people to testify.
Are
Are you sure?
you sure about that?
We can only get them to assist in court.
Hey T-Bone, hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Hello,
Why does it Ace Attorney music go so hard? I know, right?
for real.
Yeah. Besides the Blue Badger, the music goes hard.
I hope you're doing well.
This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning.
Touché, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility.
You mean there's still another possibility?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another.
That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. Yeah, it's in the evidence. This message from the deceased is already in our possession.
Mr. Wright! Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer?
Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased.
You've got
Okay.
it. Got it right here.
Oh. Well, it's not a
Is it?
message.
Message. Is that a message?
Where's Emma Sky's prints? So maybe not that. Let's see. What else could it be then? Now, what else could it be? Let's look around. No, it's not that. Let's
I
see.
don't think is any here back here.
Yeah, I think everything on this screen is from like, strictly the current day murder.
Yeah, it has to be from here.
Okay. Yeah, somewhere in here.
Money, news, autopsy report, security video, the files, blood traces.
Oh wait, let's look at this more closely.
Oh,
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Dark red stains looks like blood traces from the incident 2 years ago. Only the fragment found in Chief Gant's office still has lines remaining on it. I see now. Yeah. Alright, let's present this then. This is the message left by the deceased.
it always comes back to him, doesn't it?
It does.
It always comes back to him.
Did you know that he's personally
This is
responsible
that-
for every murder in the series?
This is that blue badger from before, right? Forgot it was me.
Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name?
If that thing could, I'm sure it would.
Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar.
It looks like someone wiped the blood away.
Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away.
Yes. There's a line here. Drawing blood.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines.
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message.
One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions.
Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. No.
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. His murderer's name. Alright. I guess we... Let's see.
Maybe we start from up?
You ready to connect
Oh, there
the
we
dots?
go. There we go. Then... Okay, you have to... Okay, I see. Was it not there? Okay. This is such a weird way of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, these two are connected now. Okay, well, this one, yeah, I can see this one fairly easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, and then
There.
this
There.
and this. There we go.
I think
Oh.
we're still missing something.
Well, there's no line here. Well, there is one there, though.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Weird
Should
that
we
this...
present it now?
Yeah, there's no
I think
line
it's
here.
clear
in
enough.
this spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's present this now. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma.
So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind.
Of all people. She may not have mean it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life
Was Emma Skye.
Oh, that's me. Me. Seaworthy. The can't say I didn't warn you. His music is
Yeah.
why it
She can't.
reminds me of Get This for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand the implications of what you've done?
What? What are you talking about?
2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecuting the case. Were you not?
Ugh.
Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Wow.
But Joe Dark... But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable.
I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice.
What?
We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter.
It's dark matter.
Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied.
What's going on at the prosecutor's office?
They might have sent an innocent man to his death.
How can you just stand there? Order! Order! Order!
The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows.
To be continued.
To be continued. Alright.
I think this is a good time for this.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and stretch
True.
real quick. I'll take care of that. Okay. Just... Alright.
Okay.
Trial ladder. I have no idea where this is gonna go.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems pretty obvious you're about to unmask Emma's other murders.
So that's why she's carrying that luminal testing fluid around.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe. What is it?
You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happy people at funerals.
I take it Lena's having you run errands again.
Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial.
Evidence?
Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day.
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Oh.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so.
You could at least study some evidence law. Really.
chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message.
A message?
She said, if you planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book.
Him. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. 2 rules of evidence law.
Yes, we need to see the book then.
Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence.
That's where you're wrong, Detective.
Huh? Haven't you figured it out? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat, despite all these allegations being thrown at me. Mr. Edgeworth, the real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Skye found out she unwittingly caused a man's death. And now you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there.
What?
We're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end.
Oh, sorry. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
the inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well, normally, this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness. But, this isn't easy to say. You see, there's some concern that you, Mr. Edwards, may have,
Struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and...
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement.
It's, okay, I think that's good.
But a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable.
Fair.
Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal.
Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright. You do realize this is your last chance.
Oops.
Better say that.
I just clicked there accidentally.
If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over.
Yeah, we probably should save.
I guess that was by complete accident, but I guess we should.
Who do you think the right witness is going to be?
Yeah.
You know, who are you going to call?
Who are you gonna call? The defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer.
So it has to be.
The real murderer. Okay, call in Mike.
Call in Mike. Alright. Yeah, I mean, there's only one person that could be.
The only one we never got any testimony from.
Yeah.
Him? He would never.
Nah, of course not.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, he's the chief of police. Of course, chief of police wouldn't be a murderer. Right?
Corruption in the police
Right?
force? Nah.
I mean, can you imagine someone in the police killing someone and being held accountable for it? That's...
Imagine.
I mean, I know Ace Attorney is unrealistic, but come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. 13, 12. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. Pipe.
Alright, yeah. Pipe. Two of them. But yeah, let's... Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
Damon again? What does he have to do with anything?
As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it.
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch.
Your name and occupation, sir.
Worthy, are you sure you want to do this?
Your name and occupation.
So, you want to play hardball, eh? But please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police.
Now then, Chief Gant. The court requests to hear your testimony.
Oh, righto. What's with the green face?
First, let's clear up this SL9 incident.
Oh? You mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already.
There are still some things unaccounted for.
Yeah, a bunch of them actually. Oh? Like what?
Like the role you played in all of this.
Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You're aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Like this gun.
Weapons?
Sure, take my testimony for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to.
What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
Some kind of Fifth Amendment.
Pled the fifth. I don't think it works for that in this case.
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial.
See, look at that face. That's not the face of someone who could have killed
Just
someone.
remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Very well. The witness may now begins his testimony.
Alright.
Start this. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. Is that when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Neo flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut.
The police chief has the right to refuse to testify. I'd better hit him hard and fast.
Okay.
Let's see. That's this
I
statement.
recall it.
As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day.
Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neo was all fired up too. That's probably when spooked Drake and made him run away like that.
Was the defendant, Lana Skye, also present in the room?
I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it.
And this one.
Don't either.
So the two of you ran immediately after him, right?
That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. So Neo and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky.
What's this about a power outage?
the elevator stopped all of a sudden, and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went into his heart, though.
Extremely normal thing to say.
Extremely
Yeah,
normal.
100%.
That's not funny. Not particularly, no. Okay, and then...
I wonder if it's holding that.
Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight. You and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together.
Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor?
Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those two poor girls.
Lana and Emma.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene.
Press this one. How can you know that?
Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved.
So that means you found the body near Lana's desk.
That's right. I think you said earlier. It was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor.
Yes.
How the heck do you know all that? Anyway, as you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
So you're saying the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office?
That is exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt. But moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances.
Is that how it really went down?
Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you'd be better off staring at the court record.
Worthy. Always the smooth talker.
But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence. But that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident.
Okay, now we're back to the start.
Nothing to do with the forgery, huh? Oh, we'll see about that. Alright, then... Why...
Can we see the book? If there's anything new there.
Let's see.
Yeah, that'll be handy.
Check. Yeah.
The two rules of evidence law that apply to this case and absolutely nowhere else in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police
Trial.
department. Okay. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant. Okay.
Approval, okay. I had nothing to do with the forgery. Found in evidence.
Are you sure?
Maybe. Is there any other one?
Well, the only other one I can think of is this,
I
where he
mean-
kept the fragment.
Maybe I think this one is better than the other. Because this one we already know it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, we already know the final fragment was found inside his safe.
Inside his face. In safe. So if he was hiding it, I don't think... Isn't that forgery itself hiding evidence?
Well, I don't know about forgery, but I mean, like, use forgery in the figurative sense of faking the crime scene.
What were his other
Yeah,
statements?
it has to be the
Let's
jar
take a
then.
look. Arrange the crime scene. Okay. Slipped up. Okay.
Yeah, it has to be that one.
Let's present it. See where we get.
Yeah. And apparently we got it.
You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's the blue badger you showed us earlier. Why did I call it the blue badger? That's just a jar.
It's the blue badger.
Blue patch.
Oh my god. Saffron, why?
Blue Padjar. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. Bad jar.
What?
Hey James.
Oh, hey James.
Hope you're doing well.
It was found where? I need to give him a older voice.
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation.
Again, what is the meaning of this? Oh,
You can't call him that.
here's a defense attorney who may even... sorry. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy.
So you admit to it then? That you were involved in the forgery?
Who? Me? Or do you mean you?
Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto?
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured... Do I really have to say that? Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
Someone clip that.
God damn it.
We need the quote about punishing Dick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
What? Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work.
Yes, well... In light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Ara, ara. Sorry. Kids these days no longer know how to put 2 and 2 together.
Evidence and
They
forgery.
don't even know how to put 1 and 1 together, let alone 2. Let's see. Was it now a jar fragment and a list? For all I know, I could have planted them in my office. You could have planted them in my office, sorry. Anyway, you can prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Drake was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way.
Yeah, but it might have been fun.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
when investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I'm chief of police, right? There will be consequences.
Ooh.
Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Alright, Uji. In return, though, I know, that place, right?
Huh? What are these guys, telepathic?
I mean, it's one person making the voices, so maybe.
If you're gonna roleplay 2 characters talking, at least clue the rest of us in.
Alright, let's press here. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations.
Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
What? I'll have you know, back in the day I once broke into a cattle ranch and tipped...
But Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Anyway, you can prove you didn't carry the evidence. Can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later.
Later? What are you talking about?
What else? I'm talking about when Rito's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they will prove his investigation was illegal.
I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. Let's see.
Anyway, you can prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. Can't we?
What do you mean by that?
This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery.
If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery...
I'm not through speaking yet, Righto. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. If they were found after Doc was convicted, then they're worthless. Actually,
Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list, but you also took it. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized after the day Dark was sentenced. Suddenly materialized, yeah, like things that happen.
Yeah,
Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient?
right. The chief is talking about a possibility, so long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time.
True.
Tell me something I don't know.
Come on, Righto. Think about it. In the forgery.
No reason, huh?
Yeah, no reason. No reason.
How can you look me in the eye and say that?
Because I'm innocent. Yeah, like anybody who stands there says, remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? I'm not sure I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Scott. Well, now do you see? Raging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. I wonder why not.
Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there's one very large benefit you've reaped from all this.
Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? Enlighten me, please.
That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police.
Oh,
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive.
oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
Do you really think I'm that incompetent?
What do you mean?
Maybe yes. Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little.
Is that true, Edgeworth?
Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway.
Ah!
Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at.
So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There's only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Reggie, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me.
Let's see.
Nothing
Nothing in it for you?
Sorry, but the only person I truly care is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again.
You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though.
Oh, that's a good one, Worthy.
Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out?
What do you think, Worthy?
True. You might not help out anyone for their sake. But if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone.
Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. Were you actually paying attention?
That's not what I mean.
Very well, then. Who is this person you believe Chicken may have helped forge evidence? I mean, there's only one person who was there, conscious.
Yeah,
It's Meekins.
it's Meekins. Doing everything we can to get Meekins framed.
It's what he deserves.
Oh, poor little guy. I know he's annoying, but does he really deserve that?
Yes.
Well, I don't have any proof against, or in favor, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Right. Present.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, the defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events.
By Lemony Snicket?
Yeah. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But would he profit from all this? From all of this?
He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Are you... Oh, wait. You must mean puppet, as in someone forced to do this, well...
Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her.
Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination, which is legit. Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing?
Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid, without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture.
Unless... that is also what happened in this incident.
This instant? Which one would that be?
Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her.
Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Jeez. Just what do you mean?
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What? What? Order! 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 I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious.
Huh?
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? That is impossible. Huh?
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language.
It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now.
Oh, there's it.
Looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this.
Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? Sorry. That the chief, a high-ranking officer of law, is involved in this murder?
Good question.
Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man.
Like that would be real.
The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. It better be good. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. What the hell is the evidence?
What would that be? Take a look. This memo, SL9. It's got to be something conclusive. Sky. Let's see. What could it be?
What could it be?
Women's lost item reports, evidence room floor plans. Where is it? I'm not sure, but
Me neither.
Is there anything that connects directly to Chief Gant?
I mean, the ones that do are...
anything that mentions Gant specifically? Perhaps, let's see. IDs of all who entered the evidence room. Last case of Edgeworth's. Brought back to his office by Gant's request. Okay, so that one mentions Gant. Found in Chief Gant's safe. Let's see. So, not the list found in Gant's desk. let me take a look at this again. Doesn't let me view the evidence, does it?
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's the actual evidence isn't really important.
Yeah, we don't... Yeah, because we don't actually have anything directly.
Are you sure?
Well, if we do, I'm not seeing anything right now. I haven't
Wait a
figured out-
minute. There's
Yes.
one thing that we still didn't confirm.
What's that?
Can we see the... What is it called again? The ID thing.
The ID card record?
The record there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one? No such
Yeah,
words.
that's the
Yeah.
only thing that we can't confirm.
Yeah, his name's not on there.
No, but
Maybe?
But do we... Well, okay, let's see. Miles Edgeworth, Mike Meekins, Bruce Goodman. Okay. Is this really it?
I don't know. But any other one... I don't think there's any other one that would actually make sense. Because the screwdriver wouldn't be, right?
I don't think so. Well, let's present this and see where it takes us.
yeah, because
Yeah.
think about it. If you're thinking about it, since Detective Goodman's name is not on that list, then there's a very limited number of people that he could have entered with.
Yeah, Bruce Goodman is only once.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we know
And-
that that wasn't actually Bruce Goodman that entered, right?
Yeah, because
Right.
he was already dead by that point.
Right, and let's see. And then
So it's either 7-7s or Meekins. You know I'm not ruling him out.
yeah. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Okay, yeah. Between
Yeah,
4 p.m.
could
and
be.
5:30. Yeah.
And we know it wouldn't have been Edgeworth because he was somewhere else.
Right.
So
Yeah, he doesn't kill anyone until the
4-4.
fourth game.
Yeah. Right, and we know earlier that when Bruce Goodman was stabbed by Lana, she was stabbing a corpse. Like Bruce was already dead by that point.
yeah,
So I'll present the ID card record. See where this takes us.
this is the ID card list.
Yes. The one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 777-7777.
Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number.
It's your number.
What? How do you know that?
The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
7 digits. You don't mean...
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 777-7777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
That is very bold. Order! Order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was a violation of regulations.
Now everyone can break into Gant's safe.
And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? What about it? I'm chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, why that? Okay. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Not everywhere.
When you entered the room, were you alone?
Okay. Okay, I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself.
Yep.
On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
Oh yeah. What do you mean? This trial is supposed to determine Lena Sky's guilt.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. It is very clear which one is it, though.
Alright, let's see. E-card, parking stub. Okay. Tim's memo found in the car trunk. What's the note? Let's see. Take a look. Tim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. Okay, let's see. Right here.
Yep.
Ayo.
Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime.
Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it.
So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the Chief of Police.
Yet you are in possession of that report. Which means you can't be sure if he filed it.
He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to? Really, Judge?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
I accompanied him?
There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman.
Quick, clip that.
Clip that. Exactly.
But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. We could have just let him in using you could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it. Okay. Okay, Saffron, this is on you.
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body.
True. No!
Going hard.
That art, a whole art style shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the point that it made my voice go cough cough.
Amazing.
Sorry? Chief Kent, you didn't!
I've hydrated, by the way. Thanks for the redeem.
Yeah, I had to hydrate that after that, no.
Yeah. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course.
You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there?
I was at the police department the entire day, you know.
And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
Apparently, so everyone's forgot which one's cars that is.
Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal.
Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. You don't think so?
Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. All this time, I thought it was just a useless clue, just taking up space.
Oh, there are never useless clues in the court record, Mr. Wright.
How could the chief have moved the body?
I mean, you've been doing this for 4 episodes now, right? You should know better.
Sir Wright, show us this evidence.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. Okay, let's head over. Let's see. Card. Evidence room floor plans. Okay, well, it was. Just after the crime was committed. Let's see. To move the victim's body. Okay. Parking. Let's see. Autopsy report. Note. Let's see. Which one was it? Let's look here. Okay. Alright, wasn't the body in the... was inside Edgeworth's car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wait a minute. Oh. I see.
yeah, so the evidence be
I think I know what I know how. He moved the body.
let's see. Second report. Let's see.
Okay, so where the body was?
It was inside this parking lot. That's where it was discovered.
Then, but if the body was actually murdered in the evidence room, how it moved from the police department to the prosecutor's office? The body was found in Edgeworth's car,
Right.
which was in the other way,
So how did he get Edgeworth's car to the
the
office?
other side.
Lot floor plans. Right. Okay, so right here. Security room, telephone. Alright. B. Let's see, so what could it have been then?
You used this.
Could have been the floor plans? Doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind that based on Phoenix's internal monologue, this is probably going to be a piece of evidence you haven't presented before.
Yeah. Which one was it though? We presented a crap ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go and see what every single piece of evidence has to say. Then, found in the crime scene. No, it's not that. Solution used. Not that.
No.
ID. We already used that.
It's not this.
Fingerprint set.
The
Oh.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we haven't actually presented this yet, have we?
I don't
No.
remember. It's been actually quite a while. I don't remember what we presented, what we didn't.
No,
I think-
Edgeworth just, I don't think Edgeworth even really brought it up. I think it just kind of happened to be mentioned in a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll present this. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body.
What's that? A screwdriver? What? But what does that have to do with this case?
Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here?
It's here because... Ah! I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Wow.
After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office.
But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to.
You mean I...
The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Yes. Unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief? Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye.
Order! 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 What's going on here? You really don't pay attention, do you? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the truck to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite.
It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Beefcake, please, say something. I believe your time is up. My time's up? Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get it going. We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special.
But the cross-examination isn't finished yet.
Remember what I told you earlier? The police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons?
Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? That's not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
So you're going to just run away after all this?
Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you have any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now.
Well,
You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Dimingen is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusation against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Skye dispose of his body?
Do I have any concrete proof?
Do we?
Do we?
Do we have any proof?
I'm not seeing any.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember any. Saffron?
I think the signed confession on page 3 of the evidence might be helpful, but other than that...
Page 3 of the evidence?
Page 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
The one... Yeah.
This one? No.
No, the...
No, page
the one
3.
where... The one where Gant signed the confession.
Neil's autopsy report. Let's see. Piece of law. Evidence law.
It's... Sorry, I was fucking around. There's no evidence.
Oh.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, we
It
don't have...
doesn't look like we do.
It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence.
See, Haji? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief.
What?
Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can afford to lose, Righto. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, AG, I'll leave the rest to you. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to the senior's officer in our nation's law enforcement agency.
Ah!
Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony.
True, we haven't.
Lady who knows the truth. Another witness.
In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony.
But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify.
There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person that I apparently have no recollection of?
Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten?
Yes, I did.
The defense is the one calling witnesses today.
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
She may not be willing to tell the truth. But we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth...
Mike Meekins, baby!
Mike Meekins.
He refused to testify, so it may be Angel Star, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the only other person we haven't heard from fully yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did hear from her back on the first day of the trial.
Which has been like, what?
We haven't heard the full story from her yet, though. So, yeah.
I mean, we've been talking about the person who knows everything that happened.
That is true. So, are we calling her back then? Well, yeah, they did say someone who might not want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll call Lana then. Yeah.
The defendant, Miss Lana Sky?
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task? To dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we'll reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in
Lana?
Who is the one
I
talking
think
now?
that's Gant.
Okay.
Hold on. Right. Huh? Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat. Listen good, Lana.
He's talking to Lana.
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
Ah, this isn't good.
Of course, you'd never suppose of such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then. I've got a lunch date to meet. Okay, if there's any further objections, this court is now in recess.
It's the final recess, so it's your last chance for the swings. Looks like we managed to stay in the game.
Yeah. Thanks to your help, Edgeworth.
That chief. He's something else, eh, pals?
Detective Gumshoe.
I'm not a detective anymore.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Ah, don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office.
Huh?
My office?
Sure. I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with.
Could he mean Maya?
Still, it's gonna be a little hard to put my hair in a bun, but looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is he always gets the upper hand?
It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify.
Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said?
Did say this.
There are certain risks. Yeah, I said this earlier. There are certain risks to be considered. Wonder what are those risks?
Risks. What did he mean by that?
It means that he has to cut off one of his fingers. It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true.
Oh, Who?
I think this is Lana.
Emma.
Lana. It's Emma? Okay. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything, too? Emma, are you okay?
Yeah. When I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved.
Relieved?
Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. She did it all just to protect me.
Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. To force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do.
That must be why she became so cold.
It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal.
Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor.
I see.
Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act.
Emma, why don't you wait here?
No, I'm going with you. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth.
Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this.
To be continued.
Continued.
Alright. So, what do you think? Is this, would this be a good point to wrap things up?
It might be. There's just the one more trial segment, but I mean, it's the last one, so it's hard to say how long it'll go.
Yeah, depends. It might go from 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah, it would definitely be more than half an hour, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're good to just wrap things up here, and then we'll continue next time.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll head back to the title screen.
Okay.
Yeah. That is going to do
Yeah.
it for tonight. Who's currently live right now? Let's take a look. I wanna... Well, first let me head over to the ending screen. Right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed.
Hope you all had fun, everyone.
Yeah. Let's see. Who do we want to raid? I'll probably just wrap up stream for now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I will be back on Monday. I'll be playing more Pokemon Scarlet. I'm working through the DLC. I think we're finally going to Area 0. Yeah.
And finally finished this.
Yeah. There's the Discord,
yeah.
there's the link tree, all that stuff. And yeah. I will do some shoutouts before I end, though. Wait, I'll probably exit the game too, real quick, and fire up the ending playlist. Just go ahead and do that. Let's see. Windows Explorer is having a time.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's okay. There we go. There we go. I think it's good now. Now I can fire up the ending playlist. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So
Starting with Trilogy. Nice.
yeah. And I'm going to shout out a few people who are live right now. I'll shout out to Nico Knight, who is playing Luigi's Mansion. I think she's doing a... Hold on, I spelled her... Hold on. Shout out Nico Knight. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion speedrun. Also shout out Marisol Fable, who is playing through Outer Worlds. She might be wrapping up, though? I'm not sure. I'll shout her out anyway. And who else?
And of course, we need to shout out Benjamin.
Yeah, shoutouts to Benjamin.
Yeah. Yeah.
There for us in our darkest moments. And yeah. I think that's about it. So, everybody, take care. Have a good time of day wherever you are.
Have a
in the
good
world.
night.
Yeah,
And
have a
I'll
good time
Night,
zone, everyone.
day.
I'll see
Time
you all
zone.
next time. Yeah, time zone. Bye-bye, everybody. See y'all next time.
Bye-bye. See you all. Bye.